I have been moving around for a very long time. And now that I'm like slightly more settled, I wanted to just sit down and have a cozy little chat about this home again, what it means to me, and like how I feel about being here right now, which, spoiler alert, is I feel great. But if you've watched my previous videos, especially in the last year, you saw that I was moving around a lot. I had kind of a home base in San Francisco, but I wasn't staying there too much. I was going from place to place, city to city, to see friends and just hang out. And then I lived this kind of like nomadic life, if you will. And I was reflecting on this, and honestly speaking, since about college or maybe grad school, I haven't really had a place I felt that I could call home. Especially since grad school, moving back to San Francisco, I moved into like my childhood home with my brother and my sister-in-law, and they had already been living there for a year, so they had all their systems and everything set up. The place was furnished. And even then, I had my then boyfriend living in LA, and I would drive down to LA almost every weekend or every other weekend. And I was all over the place. 2020, all of 2020 COVID, pretty much, I was in LA with a small fraction of my things, and then at the end of 2020 packed a smaller fraction of those things to go to Shanghai for what I thought was 2 months, ended up being 2 years. And it's just been a lot of moving around. And of course, in the last year, I did a more official nomadic life, but it's been quite a while since I've really had my own place. And now here I am in Chicago, of all places, which is known for its notoriously brutal winters. And if you know me, I am like a little plant and I need sunshine and warmth, or more specifically, I need like heat. But here I am in Chicago and I am actually really loving it so far. And of course, the main reason I love it so much is this lovely home that I've already talked about ad nauseum, but I just can't shut up about it because it feels so good to be in a place that I can finally call my own. And everything in this house is just so intentional. Like everything in this space just makes me happy because I have intentionally filled it with things that I really love. And it's not like I have made this my forever home, but even still, I have been so intentional about this space. And let's be honest, I'm buying like so many things secondhand. I'm buying like IKEA and Amazon, and the stuff that I'm filling this home with is not necessarily quality, but it's still stuff that I've been so intentional about and that I really love. I feel like it fits the space. I feel like it fits my lifestyle right now. And everything that enters this home, I love. And therefore, just being in this space makes me so happy. And I just love doing anything in this space. I love watching TV and YouTube on the big screen. I love working in my desk setup that I've just waited years to have a desk setup like this, and I'm so pleased with it. I love cooking in this kitchen. I love showering in like this nice big shower and doing my post-shower skincare, which is like always the best feeling. Everything is just so amazing. And it's not, I mean, of course, the apartment itself is really nice, but just the intentionality that I've put into doing up this space has really made the biggest difference. I don't know if I've said this already because honestly speaking, this is the second time I'm recording this video. Let's not talk about it. But I have waited so long to have a space like this and to have a space that I can do whatever I want with it, basically, within the renter's limits. But for the last so many years, I haven't had a space that has felt like my space and that has felt permanent enough for me to actually put some effort into it, or maybe I wasn't in the right phase of my life at that time. But this place feels different. It feels like somewhere where I want to really make it so homey. And maybe it's because I'm in Chicago and I know that the winter is going to get me down, so I'm really prepping myself. But it's been such a long time. I've been dreaming and dreaming about how I want to do my apartment or my home in the future, whenever that happens. And that future is here. And it's crazy for me to be able to see and feel tangibly what all of that going on in my head for the last, I don't know how many years, has been right in front of me. So, yeah, that's why this is such a big deal to me. That's why I won't shut up about my house and I won't stop beaming every time I talk about it, even though this is literally, I've said these words before to this camera maybe about an hour ago, but I'm still so excited about it. And I think another reason why this comes at such a great time for me is after all of those years of just hopping around so many places and not really having a place, I'm tired. And I say this to all of like my friends and family now whenever there's like an upcoming trip or something that is like usually really exciting. I almost just don't want to go anymore. I don't really want to travel that much anymore. I have this awesome home that I'm paying rent for, but I am so sick of being on an airplane and going to airports and checking into Airbnbs or hotels or like a friend's house or what have you. And traveling is just so exhausting. And I don't know if it's because I'm older. It's probably because I'm older, because at some point in time, I had infinite energy for travel. I think I'm just traveled out for the time being. I say this knowing that I have still a lot of trips planned for the rest of the year, but they're not by choice. I really am over being a nomad, at least. And I was watching some of my earlier videos from the past year or years, and just looking at all the backgrounds. First of all, they're changing all the time, so nothing is really the same. But also, the spaces that I was in, I just knew it wasn't my space. And not to say I didn't love my life at the time, but I also know in my heart of hearts that I just wanted my own space and that not having it was stressing me out. And I wish that I could just talk to that past self and be like, just you wait. Just you wait. You are going to have an amazing, amazing space that you will love, and maybe do that sooner. I don't know. Did I go on my whole rant about how I love doing everything in my home? I think I did. In conclusion, I love this house. I am so, so, so incredibly grateful to be able to call this place my home. And I am very grateful to you for listening to my thoughts and ramblings, things that are literally only relevant to me. And hopefully, you found it interesting or entertaining, or maybe you have this video on in the background and just need to hear someone's voice, which I do that because I live alone. So, yeah, I hope I was able to provide any of the above or other. All right, it's late. My brain's not functioning anymore, but thank you for watching and have a magical day. Oh my god, I can't believe that was my outro.